Hallo, guten Abend. Ich begrüße Sie. Herzlich willkommen bei Hanovi Global Network. Ich hoffe, es geht dir gut. So, good evening. A heartfelt welcome to Hanovi Global Network. I hope you all are doing well. Gutes Lehren sind die Grundlage für gutes Lernen und von unschätzbaren Wert im Leben von Kindern. Good teachers are foundational to good learning and are invaluable in children's life. Stick with me. I will explain. So when I tell you that we had the benefit of some of the best teachers on the planet when we were growing up, that, my friends, is not exaggeration. Everything I needed to learn, I learned it at Heinze School on Church Street, and I learned it at Anglican School by the Bay in Grenville. And of course, everything was reinforced in the best high school in Grenada, HHSS. So I learned in Heinze and Anglican School by the Bay that lions will always triumph over hyenas and wolves. So I had my fair share of wrestling with hyenas and wolves. And all the guys was playing tough. We taught them who's really tough. But anyway, more importantly, I hear that they're looking for alternative markets for their fish. But I hate to break it to you guys. Be prepared for a hard bargain. You know, I learned from Miss Ferrara in Happy Hill Secondary School. She taught us principles of business, okay? And she taught us about supply and demand. So when you were getting premium prices from Miami every week, guess what? If somebody's looking to come and buy your fish right now, they are going to drive a hard bargain because they know that you're stuck with some of this fish. Your fish is not going anywhere. There's not much competition. So guess what? They're going to hardball you. They're going to try to undercut you. They're going to try to pay you less than you were getting from the United States. Remember, that tuna was going to premium restaurants and they were willing to pay premium price. Now, whoever else, they ain't paying no premium price because they know that you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. So guess what? They're looking for a bargain. But then again, I know you young and bright people knew that, right? You can't tell you guys nothing. You're young and you're bright. But I learned that a very long time ago, over 40-something years ago from Miss Farah. So you can look for all the alternative markets that you want to look for. But I'm telling you, you're not going to get the premium prices that you are getting from the United States. You see, there's an old saying that old people used to say back in the days. Okay? They used to say, a bird in hand is worth two in the bushes. Okay? So you guys should have known to preserve the bird you had in your hand instead of looking for two in the bushes. But I like how them Germans say, ein Spatz in der Hand ist besser als zwei auf dem Dach. And it pretty much translates into a bird in hand is better than two on the roof. Okay? I had to climb the roof to get them two up there. So, y'all should have known. A bird in hand, everything running smooth every week. The fish going up to Miami, money being made, you know. And now, what happened? What happened? You guys destroyed the livelihood of people. Destroyed the livelihood of people. You understand what I'm saying? So, in some respects, it's a very, very serious matter. What is comical is the response of these people. But the problem is, these comedic responses have deadly consequences. That is the sad part, okay? That is the sad part. And the thing about it, they ain't got to worry. They're still living good. Charlatans are always going to make it. You had to tell all you, don't worry about all these visa restrictions. Because that is just people worrying about material things. So they told all you, don't worry about that, man. They could afford to say that. Because why? They're lawyers, doctors, and big petty bourgeois. But you know the man who working hard, want to break your back and go there and fish and farm. Guess what? You can afford to say that because you have family to feed that is dependent on your fishing and your farming. Them know they could sell 2-3 passport and their coffers full. I mean, after all, it's 30 grand a pop. The average man has no connection to sell no passports. So the bottom line is this. We were blessed. We had the benefit of some of the best teachers on the planet. And you know it's said, you see that first 10 years of life? They always tell you that's the most critical years in the development of a child. So if you don't have great foundational teachers to teach you, then you're screwed. And then on top of that now, you have some politician making reckless decisions that will impact your life, probably not just for this generation, but for generations to come. But then they tell you, the young and the bright. So how are you going to tell young and bright people anything? You can't tell them nothing. I don't know if your parents used to tell you that, but ours used to tell us, you can learn the easy way or you can learn the hard way. Choose one.